Wimbledon upset. Number 3 Jessica Pegula falls to Elisabetta Cocciaretto in first-round shock. World number 3 Jessica Pegula suffered a stunning first-round exit at Wimbledon 2025, losing 6-2, 6-3 to Italy's Elisabetta Cocciaretto. Pegula struggled with her serve and made 24 unforced errors. The defeat marks her earliest Grand Slam exit since 2020 and continues her poor record at Wimbledon. American tennis player Jessica Pegula's Wimbledon journey came to a shocking and abrupt end on day 2 of the championships, as the number 3 seed was upset in straight sets by Italy's Elisabetta Cocciaretto, 6-2, 6-3. Pegula, one of the tournament favorites, was expected to make a deep run on the back of consistent Grand Slam performances, but instead bowed out in just 58 minutes. Serve struggles and unforced errors proved costly. It was a rare off day for Pegula, whose serve completely deserted her. She landed just 52% of her first serves and committed 4 double faults. While she won 65% of points on her first serve, she faltered badly behind her second serve, winning only 42%. Add to that 24 unforced errors, and the American had little chance against Cocciaretto, who capitalized on every mistake with calm precision. The match was also a surprising reversal of their previous Wimbledon encounter. In 2023, Pegula had easily dismissed Cocciaretto 6-4, 6-0. But the Italian came prepared this time, staying aggressive while keeping her error count low and serving with far more consistency than her opponent. Cocciaretto shines on the big stage. Ranked number 116, Cocciaretto came into the match as a major underdog, but delivered one of the biggest shocks of the opening round. This marks her 3rd time reaching the second round at Wimbledon, having previously reached the 3rd in 2023. After missing last year's tournament due to illness, her return has been emphatic and memorable. Wimbledon woes continue for Pegula. Despite her strong record in other majors, Wimbledon continues to be Pegula's weakest slam. Her first-round exit is her earliest at a major since 2020 and drops her already low Wimbledon win percentage. Once again, the Americans' wait for a Grand Slam breakthrough goes on. Wimbledon upset. Number 3 Jessica Pegula falls to Elisabetta Cocciaretto in first-round shock. The crowd at Wimbledon had gathered under a quintessentially British sky. Clouds heavy, but holding, the occasional sunbeam filtering through, to watch the world's 3rd-ranked player, Jessica Pegula, begin her 2025 Wimbledon campaign. She was expected to cruise through the early rounds, as top seeds typically do, bringing her gritty consistency and mental toughness to the historic grass courts. But center court had other plans. In what has already been dubbed one of the most shocking upsets of this year's championships, Pegula fell in the opening round to Italy's Elisabetta Cocciaretto in a thrilling 3-set battle, 6, 7-5, 7-5, 6-3. The 23-year-old Italian, ranked number 48 in the world, played the match of her life. Calculated, fearless, and inspired. The American star, by contrast, seemed caught in a strange twilight zone, as if her Wimbledon dreams began to unravel point by point. Pegula's fall, a storm of missed opportunities. Pegula's loss wasn't a case of simple errors, or one of those bad days even elite players sometimes have. It was something more complex, an unraveling of rhythm, perhaps nerves, perhaps pressure. Despite taking the first set in a tight tiebreaker, the 30-year-old never fully looked settled. Her usually laser-precise ground strokes lacked a sting and margin. Her first serve, a cornerstone of her game, became unreliable at key moments. She had break points in the second set, 4 in fact, but couldn't convert. Cocciaretto, somehow, kept finding angles, drop shots, lobs, passing winners. There was a moment midway through the second set when Pegula muttered to herself, "What else can I do?" It was barely audible, but those close enough to hear understood. Something was off. Her feet weren't moving the same way. Her swing path looked tighter, like the pressure had gripped her shoulder muscles. And then came the inevitable, Cocciaretto breaking late in the second set to level the match. The third set felt like a coronation, for Cocciaretto, not Pegula. Elisabetta Cocciaretto, the rise of the quiet contender. Born in Ancona, Italy, Cocciaretto is no stranger to hard battles. Her career has been marked by persistence, especially after early injuries and years of grinding it out on the ITF circuit. She was a fighter before she became a finesse artist. On this particular day at Wimbledon, her playing style was anything but modest. Her footwork danced on grass like she had grown up training at the All England club itself. She played like someone with nothing to lose and everything to prove. Every time Pegula tried to step in and control the rally, Cocciaretto responded with counterpunching precision. She targeted Pegula's backhand relentlessly and served with variety, rarely giving the American the same look twice. Her demeanor was calm, but her eyes, intense, locked in, told a story of someone who believed in magic. After her final winner clipped the line, sealing the match, she let out a scream that echoed far beyond court 2. She raised both arms in disbelief before kneeling on the grass, soaking in the applause from a crowd that had quickly turned from skeptical to captivated. "I just believed," says Cocciaretto. In her post-match interview, Cocciaretto was composed but radiant. "I knew I had to play perfect tennis," she said. "Jessica is such a strong player, top 3 in the world. But I came here to fight, to play my game, and I just believed. I believed in myself." When asked what was going through her mind during the final games, she smiled. "Honestly, I was telling myself, don't think, just swing. Sometimes it's better not to think too much." She now moves on to the second round, and suddenly, her section of the draw looks tantalizingly open. Pegula. It hurts more than I thought it would. For Pegula, the sting was visible even behind her trademark stoicism. Dressed in her white Nike kit, she faced the press with grace but a heavy heart. "It hurts more than I thought it would," she admitted. "Wimbledon has always been a place I dreamed of making a deep run in. I felt prepared. I had a good training block. But today, I just couldn't find my level." She paused, then added with a chuckle, "It's Wimbledon. Sometimes the grass loves you. Sometimes it eats you alive." It was Pegula's earliest Grand Slam exit since the 2022 French Open and raises questions about her trajectory in the second half of the season. She has been consistent across surfaces, but grass has always been her trickiest challenge. A ripple through the women's draw. Pegula's departure sent a ripple through the women's draw. With Aryna Sabalenka still nursing an injury and Iga Swiatek's form on grass not yet fully proven, the